And Debby Monkhouse from Swanage.
Thank you. This is the third time today that this committee will vote on whether to save Paul A&E and maternity, and also to consider saving 245 acute beds and community hospital beds in 5 of 13 community hospitals in Dorset. We're looking at the wrecking of our NHS services in Dorset, and we're asking this committee to refer these plans, these dangerous plans that are purely about saving money, to refer these dangerous plans for independent review. This committee has the power to do that. We've done our own research. Well, actually, we've used the Ambulance Trust report research, and we can see that 180 people a year are likely to die if the plans to downgrade Paul A&E and save close Paul maternity go ahead. Forgive me, I'm tired and I'm mumbling over my words, but there is risk of extensive people at clinical risk if these plans to get rid of Paul A&E and maternity go ahead. The CCG themselves are forced to calculate for the court case that 132 would be at risk over a 4-month period. That's 400 people over a year, and a Dorset A&E doctor who's been through the report says that 180 of those in the report are likely to die. So we're scaling up from the sample cases in the report, but we're looking at 180 a year potential fatalities, and that's only of the people who arrive at A&E by ambulance. The Ambulance Trust report didn't consider all those who don't arrive by ambulance, which we know that 80% of maternity emergencies do not arrive by ambulance. Paul treated 590 maternity emergencies last year, and there were 251 newborn babies who needed intensive or high dependency care. Thanks for your time. I know there's other issues today. Thank you.
Very much to Debby, who is really one of our most persistent and active and bravest activists. Thanks, Debby. Of course, Pool A&E, but we're also talking about Portland Hospital. We're talking about the erosion of health services across the county. I'm next going to ask Jon Orrell, our GP colleague from Weymouth, to address us.
Hello, great to see such a turnout from the people of Dorset. You know you're being robbed. The CCG would like to have us believe this is an improvement. It's not an improvement, it's theft, and it's wrong. We've seen it done before when they attacked our post office, something built up by the British public. The first thing they did was cut the service 2 to 1. Then they started shutting little sub-post offices, so they get left with a few very profitable, privatised post offices. This is exactly what they're doing to the NHS at the moment. They're busy just taking things down. They're shutting community hospitals. They're closing psychiatric units. They're downgrading 2 of our 3 precious main hospitals. And then to make it even worse, they're moving all the care to the wrong side of the county from us. It's utterly wrong. And we're absolutely right to stand up. This is our health service. It's not there to be sold. It's not there to be given away to American corporations. So keep fighting, because as the founder of the NHS said, the NHS will last as long as there are faith with the faith to fight for it. Fight for it.
Okay, we have another contribution from another of our fantastic local activists who's been fighting to defend Portland Community Hospital, Giovanna Lewis.
Okay, so you've heard from Deb, you've heard from Jon, and they've said an awful lot. I'm not going to repeat it here. We've got other campaigners here today demanding better services for people with diabetes, demanding that children with special educational needs get the assessments that some of them have been waiting up to 5 years for. Appalling and shocking. So we're going to go in there, Defend Dorset NHS, and there are 12 councillors in there who have been voted in by the people to support the people and safeguard us, and they get to decide if the CCG plans are going to be referred for independent review. They get to decide whether or not they think these plans are safe. We've given them lots of evidence. Thank you so much for coming and supporting us today.
So we'll be going in shortly. And we know that our health defenders, our health activists, will be putting some very sharp questions to the councillors. Just one last thing. Next week there are consultations in Portland to defend Portland Community Hospital. It seems very... Yes, speak up. It seems very likely that the Dorset Healthcare Trust are looking at the option, as they call it, of selling the site of Portland Community Hospital, which would be a disaster for people in South Dorset. There are 3 public consultations coming up next week. Keep an eye out for them. We hope to see you there, and we hope to be organising an action soon at the hospital which will give everybody a chance to participate. So let's go and tell them what we feel. Cheers.